the popular host of the Dan Le Batard Show. He's got a big 24-hour marathon coming up. That's some programming going on there. He's Dan Le Batard, who joins us. Now, is this a telethon? Are you raising money for charity? What are you doing?
Yeah, we are. But can I, if I may, Dan, because you're such a kind professional and a legitimately good friend to me, I want to say some things here and like weave a tapestry of gratitude for the guys who work with you and for the audience. I'd like to do that if you would give me a moment. But before I do that, I have to point out to you, because you're such a professional, that we can move smoothly through these things. You're having me follow, and you handled it well, sending a bag of swag, but I'm coming into like one of the biggest moments of my life today, and you're having me follow what was a heartbreaking telephone call. And now I got to come out here and do jazz hands and be wacky. And that was hard to listen to. You handled that very gracefully. It feels like that could have been very awkward.
Well, you also have to follow Coach K, and that's tough too. So I'm just saying that.
Okay, well, there's this. Okay, and this is where I want to head with this, because yes, he just hit me in the face with the fish of I've got Coach K today. Hey, big 24-hour boy. I got Coach K today. What do you got? He was just on here a second ago. I want to weave this genuine, sincere tapestry of gratitude about the man that is sitting in front of you right now, because when he talks about the Emmys with a smirk on his face, as a pioneer in this industry, as somebody who has been like an anchor of professionalism, as America has changed and sports coverage has changed, and he's in the middle of it, fair and stoic, delivering you a great radio program that I'm sitting here on here today to talk about our big 24-hour extravaganza that starts at noon. And he just said to you, that's our Tuesday. We got that coming up next Tuesday at my house when we lose the Emmys and make fun of ourselves. We got a bunch of good guests. So Dan Patrick has been doing across now, many, many years, the kind of work that that deserves not just these prizes that we give, these silly trophies, but in terms of sharing this space with me, in terms of you specifically being a human being. When he says he's competitive, people, he will eat your grandmother's knee to beat her by an inch on something. Like, he is an insane person when it comes to competitive. And yet all he did with me as I was coming up is share his platform with me, teach me how to share that platform, teach me how to take care of a family of employees who he genuinely loves. And I just want everyone in this audience to know that that competitive man never made it feel like we were competing against each other. And in this business of vanity and insecurity and nonsense, that's an uncommon grace. And so I am here to bestow upon you, Dan Patrick, right now, more than that bum Dan Plesac. You are the greatest of the Dans. You win a Danny. You win among you and me. You have been a pioneer and a teacher, and you've given our crew permission to do the show the way that you did it first. And so I am genuinely thankful that you are here again, sharing your stage with me. I'm sorry if I made that sappy.
Can we use what Le Batard just said for next year's Emmys?
Yes.
Because that, to me, would go a long way, that Le Batard is endorsing me. Because by then, he's going to be huge. Like, he's big in the business, and this whole partnership and Meadowlark Lemon, and like, it's pretty incredible what Dan's done. A 24-hour marathon of programming, and you got big names. You got Jim Rome. You got Jim Rome.
Yes, we got.
Okay. All right.
Jim Rome. Why did you say it like that? I don't understand why you said it like that.
Well, this is the press release, and the first name, an eclectic buffet featuring the likes of Jim Rome, Bob Costas, and Michelle Beadle. That's what it says. So I'm just taking what's here.
But there are other names there too, though. You, for some reason, I feel like you specifically chose Jim Rome first when Pat Riley is on there, Method Man is on there, Pat Sajak is on there. We're a whole bunch of surprise appearances, and the first one you went to for some reason I wasn't clear on, and there was I may be wrong on this, but there felt like there was some acid on your spit. Was Jim Rome?
What, Colin Cowherd not available? Like Roy Firestone
Yes,
JT the Brick.
JT the Brick. Yeah. We almost did a duet there. Yes, JT the Brick. JT the Brick is on the marquee.
Like, Francesa and Russo, you couldn't, reunite them?
Do people understand, Dan, that as a television person, you reinvented yourself to change this game too? As you mentioned, these other colleagues of ours that are titans of industry, but like, do people understand who have been with you and call you Uncle Dan because you're in their house, and that's the connection this space makes? Like, you should be pretty proud of yourself on this stuff. I know I keep doing that to you, but like, I really want your audience to understand what a caring human being this is under all the television foofery wiring that he has to have, because he's super poised legend man, and he can do game shows, and he's always stoic and never sweats, and he's just perfect at television. I want you guys to know that in there, that dude right there changed this game, came into radio. That wasn't his place, came into radio, and his producers were talking on air, and his producers were, doing confessionals in a booth. And anything that we're doing today, like the spirit of it started with the Better Dan.
You know what's amazing, and Dan, thank you for those kind words, but they don't mean anything to me, because that's just who as I timed that while you were taking a drink there. That's
They don't mean anything. Thank you, Dan. Thank you. I'm filled with great gratitude, but I have to go back to my emotional repressions. I cannot ever be good enough. I must be better. I am television man.
But my audience is very smart, and they're probably going, well, Dan Le Batard has a 24-hour marathon of programming. He's got Jim Rome. He's got Bob Costas. He's got Michelle Beadle. Well, obviously, he's got Dan Patrick because he thinks so much of Dan Patrick.
There we go.
And I checked the poster, because I don't think my name's on there.
I've got the poster right here, DP.
Okay. Do you see me?
It's real small at the bottom, but I still don't see you.
Okay. Well, look, I gotta be there.
Scott Farrell.
Oh, yeah.
You dirty rat. You dirty rat. He's been setting this joke up for 3 days. He set me up. Dan Patrick set me up.
You set yourself up. You didn't even, you forgot about me.
I was going to make your name bigger.
You forgot about me.
I was going to make your name bigger than Rome's. I was. And you told me you better not put me on that poster. And I'm like, no, but your name can be in bigger letters. You can have the biggest media letters. And he's like, you better not. Setting me up for this joke. You're a dirty rat.
And
Dan
you know
Patrick.
what? I said, I will not be your seat filler, Dan Le Batard. Don't even try that.
Jim Rome was not at my wedding. Colin Cowherd was not. Bob Costas.
Exactly. And they're invited. They passed to go to your wedding.
It was a first draft of the movie poster. It was a first draft.
So you're on the air for 24 hours?
Actually, it's not a movie poster. It's a marquee. It's a music festival marquee. And yes, it's a festival of freedom, Dan. And it covers a lot of ground here, because some of my story, right? My parents are Cuban exiles. Freedom has been very important to me. Another place where you gave us permission, you left ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. Nobody leaves that place. You can't leave that place and make a success of yourself. You got to stay there. That's the finish line. That's the destination. Dan Patrick carved the path for me. Blazed it. Look, no, you can do this. This can be done. This is something that can be done outside of that. And so here we go. We went into free agency. We got a big digital monster of a thing. People really like our show in a way that's super sticky, right? You and I have rare radio audiences where the people who love you are super devoted to you in the way that you heard in that phone call, of somebody who was grieving, and the laughter of this show was medicine to that person. Like, there aren't many audiences like that, especially not now in the argument culture. So what we have on YouTube, and you could subscribe at Le Batard and Friends, is basically what Dan described to you he's doing Tuesday night at his house, right? They're going to just these guys are going to gather around with their friends, and they're going to, make fun of losing the Emmys, and you're going to be able to see parts of it. And it's groundbreaking. You're like hanging with your friends. If you're a person lonely, going through a dark time, like these are, and it's such an intimate space. This group, this family right here, the dysfunctional family you've seen here grow up among these guys, and the men from kids to adults, if you've been watching this show long enough. they're showing you their lives on Tuesday, and you can watch it and sort of be with them in the intimate audio space of your head. And so we're just having a huge party, Dan, for 24 hours where a whole bunch of our friends like you, hopefully, if you're still not mad at me because your name wasn't on the movie poster, will just swing by and make us laugh and people will be excited to see them because, Dan, they've been seeing you for 30 years. Like they recognize, they know television does not show you real people. Okay. Not the way Dan was doing it a long time ago when he was breaking the mold on pioneering how to do SportsCenter with a smirk. But this dude right here, like sitting in front of you now, like this is not how that's done anymore, Dan. Like you should feel really good about the path that you blazed on this, because your spirit is going to be within it. It's like you created a family, a family business, and it makes you as happy as you could be if anything was good enough. And I have a family business, and I'm putting it on YouTube for 24 hours, beginning at in an hour. And it's going to be fun, and I'm going to enjoy the hell out of it. And it's not going to be hard for us, Dan, because you and I have had this conversation before. It's hard to do these things, talk and say interesting things for a long time. But with the crew of people that we've got here, I've got enough friends that they're going to make it a rollicking thing that will vibrate. And I'd love, I've invited you to be a part of it, obviously, and any of your audience that cares to join. I think it's going to be a fun experience. But know that this man offers me this platform, the platform he built, that he pioneered, in order for me to tell you, hey, come watch us, because we're not competitors. We're friends, and that will not end. Like, this business did not break that. This dude led the way for me.
Good luck with this. And maybe I'll talk to you tomorrow. But
love you, buddy.
Thanks
love
for coming on. Thank you,
for
buddy.
real. Love you, Dan. I want everyone to know that. All right. I'm sorry if I made it awkward.
It's Dan Le Batard. It's a 24-hour marathon of all of his friends except for me, and that starts in an hour from now.